Okay, so I'm just out and about again, but this time on the Beast. It's a nice, beautiful day, just testing out the my new camera. I've got, as you can see, I've got a helmet camera on, but yeah, I've got another DJI Action, but this one is the Action 5 Pro. I've upgraded. I was going to maybe sell the Action 3, but I've decided to keep it. Maybe have a 2 camera setup. Because I kind of like the wireless. I kind of like the wired setup as a helmet camera, and then maybe use the Action 5 Pro as a wireless audio setup when it's facing towards me. I did a little test with the Mic Mini as well. So yeah, I mean, I didn't really want to upgrade, to be honest with you. I was quite happy with the Action 3, but I had a really good deal. Well, I think I got like the Action 5 Pro, the Adventure combo, for like £270, which is a bargain. And there was there's no point buying the Action 5 Pro and then not buying the Mic Mini, because that was the only reason why I would upgrade anyway, to have the wireless audio system. So yeah, just testing at the moment. Well, I have tested it previously, but just going out for a ride today. This is my little review. What do I think is better, the wired setup or the Mic Mini setup? Okay, I think they're both good, to be honest with you. With the wired setup, obviously you got to have a few parts to add to the microphone. So let me run through what I've got on the Action 3. I've got the MOVO ACM400 gooseneck mic. I've been running this setup for about two years now, I think it is, and it works well in the Action 3. But when you go like over, say, 35-40 miles an hour, it does start cutting out a little bit, a lot of clipping. So you gotta buy like an adapter. Obviously you do need a USB to microphone adapter anyway. So I've got the Boya BKY4 that was from AliExpress, rather cheap. That's about what, £12-13. But even then, yeah, like you still need like an audio adapter. Not audio adapter, I mean like a volume control. So I bought this little volume control from Amazon for about £7. So it's like a is it TRS? Yeah, TRS male to female headphone adapter with volume control. And you set that volume control all the way up to maximum, but then on the camera, the DJI, you set the gain to 0. And if you watch any of my vlogs, you'll notice that the audio is pretty good. Even when you're going like 70-80 miles an hour, you still hear my voice, and I am still able to say stop recording and stop recording, which is the main thing that I like. So then I don't have to keep pressing the record button, because as you know, on the DJI the record button is a bit stiff. So most of the times I just like leave the camera on and it's completely wired, so then I'll just say start and stop recording and it'll work. Oh, thankfully it didn't start and stop recording on the Action 5. I have tested the DJI Mic Mini on my Grom when I go to work, and I basically go on the A2, and that's a 50 mile an hour road. So I am able to, you know, say start and stop recording, and it can hear me and it will do it. But I haven't tested it how it will perform when I go like 70-80 mile an hour. So at the moment I've literally got the wired mic in my helmet and the Mic Mini microphone as well. So yeah, I'm running two microphones at the moment. With the Mic Mini, is like what I've done is I've to make sure it stays in my helmet. I saw someone do this trick. What they did was they super glued like a penny coin into the helmet. Sorry about that. Oh snap, sorry for coughing. I'm not feeling well at the moment. been sick for about 3 or 4 days. But yeah, they super glued a penny coin into the helmet, and because the Mic Mini comes with a magnet, it just attaches to the penny coin really, really well. It's really, really secure. So yeah, I've done that trick. It is quite an expensive setup, to be honest with you, because then, I mean, if you don't get a good deal on the Action 5 Pro, say if you bought it full price, well, that's like what, £330, and if you buy the Adventure Combo, that's like £409, and then you buy the Mic Mini system, which is about £145. So you're talking about, you know, like what, 170, well, 100, my bad, £475 for the setup. So yeah, it's not really cheap, but I got a good deal, so I didn't mind paying for it. I mean, if you're a bit strapped for cash, my recommendation would probably just go for the Action 3, or even the Action 5 Pro if you want to anywhere. Just buy a wide mic setup. It works perfectly well. But yeah, obviously you gotta buy the attachments to it, and it won't be waterproof. So if you're looking to save a bit of money, then yeah, that would go for that. So yeah, maybe I'll do a review of between the two cameras next. What I think about, is it really worth it? So far, I do like the improvements over the Action 3. There are some things about the Action 5 that I like. But don't get me wrong, you know, I was more than happy with the Action 3. So yeah, I mean, I've still got the Insta360 X2 as well. I was going to upgrade to the X4 because I wanted the 4K, I mean not 4K, the 5.7K 60 frames a second feature. Because when you're, over these 3 years I've used the Insta360, the 5.7K 30 frames per second, yeah, it's okay, but like I kind of like the smoother frame rates. So at the moment, I found out, it took me like 3 years to find out that I can actually video record in 360 mode using 4K 50 frames a second. And I actually used it the other day, and it looks just as good as the 5.7K, you know. I mean, I guess if you zoom in, then you might see a bit of less quality, but I don't zoom in when I'm using the 360 cameras, because you know when you zoom in, the quality is just terrible. But yeah, this is just a little initial review of my Mic Mini anyway, and the Action 5. I'll try to do more of a thorough review of both the Action 5 Pro and the Mic Mini a bit more when I test it better. I didn't want to get the Mic 2 for the Action 3 because you have to plug in is it the transmitter or the receiver? I can't remember which one it is. I think it's the receiver. Yeah, you have to plug in the receiver into the USB-C. And for me, that looks a bit clunky. I don't want to be wearing the Action 3 on my helmet with a receiver on it. I mean, I did consider buying the Mic 2, but that was really expensive. At the time, I think it was like £350, something like that. More than the camera itself. So I was like, yeah, I'm not paying that much. So a wide mic system it was. But then when the Mic Mini came out, I considered plugging in the receiver into the Action 3 because it wasn't as expensive as the Mic 2. So I did get it, and then I plugged it into the Action 3. I was like, yeah, this doesn't look right. I considered returning the Mic Mini, but then I saw the deal on the Action 5 Pro, but it was so cheap. I was like, you know what, let me just get it. And yeah, I quite like it, the whole ecosystem. So yeah, so let me know what you think sounds better. The wide mic system on the Action 3 or the Mic Mini on the Action 5. I haven't really compared them, to be honest. As long as I can hear my exhaust sounds, as long as I can hear the exhaust sounds and my voice really clearly on the Mic Mini, I was going to keep it. I think I set it on low, is it noise cut? Something like that. low audio cut. What do you want to call it? I can't remember what the setting was. And also what I've done is that I've set the Mic Mini to never turn off, because when you originally buy it, it will automatically turn off about 10 or 15 minutes, and obviously when you turn on the Action 5, it won't pair up because the mic's been turned off. So a good thing about the Mic Mini, which I really like, is that it pairs up with the Action 5 Pro almost instantly, like in about a second or two. Okay, so yeah, I'm just riding around London. This is what it's like riding around in London. Every road is at 20 miles an hour. So many vehicles, it's so annoying. And on a big bike like this, it's not that easy to filter, so I'm less likely to filter anyway. On my Grom, I'm always in and out. The Grom is much better for city riding. This bike is more like for when I go on long trips. But that means I don't really ride the bike all year round. Okay, right, I'm gonna leave it there anyway. Tell me what sounds better. I might do another audio test with the Action 5 now, with the Mic Mini, just so you get a better comparison in the same setting. Okay, let me just, why is my indicator, oh, I'm so stupid, my indicator was on the whole time, god damn. Oops. Okay, let me raise that slightly. How's the audio compared to the wide setup? Do you prefer it? Is the bike sound clear? Is my voice clear? I know the voice should be clear. Okay, so many vehicles, honestly. Driving around London is just a pain. This is why I go bike. This is why I bike. I cannot stand driving in London. It is just ridiculous. Maybe I should go to the front as well. I can. No, but they're turning right though. It's a bit awkward. So today's been a pretty good ride. I've been riding for like what, about almost 2 hours now, riding all around London. Well, went to Dartford, Crayford, Bexley, then back here, went through Peckham, Clapham, now back in Camberwell. Just doing a loop, really and truly. There is also another audio system that I used. It's basically like a Bluetooth receiver that you plug into the Action 3, and then it connects to your Bluetooth headset, your intercom. And the Bluetooth receiver is it costs about £20, and the thing is that's if you want a wireless system, then you can go through that route, buying the Bluetooth receiver, plugging it into the Action 3. But the problem is that although your voice is quite clear, you don't really hear like much sounds, like ambience, like the ambient sound. You don't hear the bike sounds or anything. So I kind of ditched that system. So that's another cheap alternative if you want wireless. Seriously, when you're driving, look at this, look, when you're riding around London, people just, oh my god, you gotta go so slow to make sure that you don't get into an accident. Always observing, it's crazy. Okay. Truth be told, as a motor vlogger, I don't think there's anything better than the DJI ecosystem. My first action camera was the Insta360 X2 because I was sold with all like the gimmicks and the 360 views and what have you. And don't get me wrong, I do enjoy the camera, I do like it, but what I don't like is I can't transfer files. Like I can't drag and drop files anymore, because in the past you used to be able to drag and drop files rather than downloading it via Wi-Fi, because that is so slow. I don't know what happened with Insta360, but I believe they took that feature away, and then they kind of make you want to buy the X3 or the X4, which I'm not doing. Because truth be told, with the Insta360, you can get some really creative views, and I personally like them because it just makes the motor vlog videos I make a bit more fun to watch. But I always like the POV head cam view, and then having the Insta360 as a second camera on the bike, where you can just have it, you know, spinning around whenever you place it on, like over here for example, or at the back, or down under near where the engine is. You get some really nice views. Okay, so I'm pretty much back. Oh damn it, no, for some reason, you know, I'm talking, I keep forgetting to turn off my indicator.